Good morning to everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about blocked ALV. Okay, that is, reports concepts is completed. Executable program reports are completed. Now, today onwards, we will discuss about module pool programming. Okay. So first of all, what is this module pool programming? Okay. SAP is developed through module pool programming only. So each and every screen, okay, whatever we are seeing the screens, okay, each and every screen is developed through module pool programming only. For example, I will execute some transaction VA03/4 VA03. Okay, something screen is coming here. Okay, something screen is coming. This screen is developed through multiple programming only. I am giving something 4969 something 4974 something. I am giving here order number. And I'm clicking the enter button. So something screen is coming here. Okay, so this is also developed through multiple programming only. So this one. So some tabs are coming here. Each and every tab is developed through multiple programming only. Okay, so this is the module pool programming, and what is the difference between module pool programming and normal programming? Normal executable program and module pool program. Here, so in both cases, we have to write the ABAP code only. Okay, we have to write the ABAP code here. If you execute program, okay, directly in SE38, okay, it will execute. For example, yesterday I have created one program, right? So I will open that program in SE38. So JDR ALV5 and click on display button and execute button. So directly I am executing here. Okay, directly I am executing here and I am giving something input here. Click on execute button. So something data is coming here, right? Now I can create the transaction code for this JDR underscore ALV5. This is a report. Okay, this is a report. If you want to execute this one, then we have to come to SE38 transaction and we have to provide the program name and we have to execute the program. Right, so this is okay. I can create the transaction code for this program also. How can we create the transaction code for the custom program? The transaction code is SC93. Okay, SC93. In SC93 we have to provide the transaction code. What transaction you want to apply for that program? This is the purchase information, right? So I will create like ZPO underscore 001. I can give any name here. Okay, this will depend on the end user. Okay, the client. They will give the something name for the transaction. I want to give some transaction name for that program. Click on create button. Okay, the transaction code is this one. This is the purchase information. And here program and screen is coming. In the bracket dialog transaction is coming. Okay, so this radio button we have to apply for module pool programming reports. Okay, and second radio button is coming. So this is for normal. Our executable program is there, right? So for that one we have to use program and selection screen report transaction. We have to use this radio button now. Okay, fine. But the program name here, the program name I'm copying and pasting here JDR underscore ALV5. This is the program name. And here last checkboxes are coming. I'm selecting last three checkboxes here and click on save button. Okay, ZAJF I will give the package here. Save it. There is no activation for this one. Okay, only save is there. Okay, if you want to check, you can check here. That's it. But activate is not available in this one. Fine. Now the transaction code is ZPO underscore 00001, right? I will copy this one and I will click on I will go to back here. Now if I want to execute the program, then we can go to AC38 and provide the program name and click on execute button. That is one way. Or I can give the transaction code directly here, ZPO underscore 001. Click on enter button. Automatically it will go to the input screen here. Okay, internally the program is calling here. Right? So in two ways we are calling the program. Okay, so if you execute program directly in AC38, it will execute, and by using transaction code also we can execute. Right. So both ways are possible here. Directly in AC38 and transaction level, both are possible here. But coming to the module pool programming, we should execute through transaction code only. Okay, we should execute through transaction code only. The VA03 transaction. So this is the VA03 transaction, sales order for displaying. Okay, so what is the program for this one? Okay, so if you want to get in the program, so how can we get to know that one? Okay, some transaction code is there. So for the transaction code, what is the program is assigned? So click on settings button here. Okay, and after that one, click on status here. The program is coming here. SAP MD45A is coming. This is the program name for this one, for this transaction. Okay, so by using this program name, we cannot execute directly. We have to execute through VA03 only. Okay, fine. Now, internally, the type for the executable program. Type for executable program is one. Type for module pool program is M. Okay, there is an interview question. Okay, we cannot see this one. And type, what is the type for executable program? Executable program type is one, and type for module pool program is M. Okay, fine. I will go for module pool program. First of all, how can we create the module pool programming? And some steps are there. How to create the module pool programming, like some steps are there. So I have given, I'm going to AC38 transaction only. Both things we can create in AC38 only. Either module pool programming or normal programming, we have to create in AC38 only. And here I have given the program name ZMPP1, and I have given the description, title here, and after that one type is coming here. Okay, type I am selecting module pool programming. Okay, so you already know about executable program and include program. Now I am selecting module pool programming. Right, click on save button. Okay. Here is the program. Same screen is coming. Okay, same screen is coming now. So we have to follow some steps here. So what are the steps? Create the program AC38. So create the program in AC38. Okay, just now I have created the program in AC38. Step 2, design the screen. Okay, design the screen. So what is the design the screen here? Okay. Here something screen is coming. Okay, something screen is coming. So like this, we have to create one screen here. Okay, we have to create one screen. How can we create a screen? I will show you. So this is the program, right? Now click on display object list here. Okay, click on display object list. So you will get some pop-up in the left side. So now the program name is coming here, right? Right click on that program name, right click, create screen. Okay, right click, create screen here. So program ZP MP1 has been changed. Yeah, I am saving this program. The screen number. Okay, so something screen is coming here, right? So VA03 transaction I am executing and the first screen, something screen is coming. It is asking something sales document number like that, right? So for that one, I will assign one screen number. Okay, here I am applying 1 2 3 4. Okay, you can give any number, 4-digit number you can give here, and better to don't give 1000. Okay, 1000 you don't give because default screens will be there. Okay, default screens, or if SAP guys wants to create any screen, okay, so they will prefer 1000 only. They will prefer 1000 only. And if you are creating something program, normal program, executable program only, okay, you are creating a normal program, executable program only at the time. So you are getting something input screen. Okay, after executing the program you are getting something input screen. By default system will allocate 1000 for that screen. Okay, something input screen will come. We have to give something sales document number, purchase document number, and after that one we have to click an execute button, right? So that screen is coming, that screen number will be 1000, automatically 1000 will come by default. So whenever we are creating the screens at that time, better to don't take 1000. You can take 1000 also, no problem. But if you are interacting with the standard programs also, okay, you are creating something customizing program. So in that customizing program, you have to call some standard programs at that time. So you will get confused here. Okay, which screen I have to call here, which screen I have to pass the data like that. So better to don't give 1000. If you give 1000 also, it will work, no problem. As of now, I'm giving 1 2 3 4. Click on OK button. Fine. And this is the screen here. Okay, this is the screen, and here I am giving something description for this one. Okay, description for this one, main screen, or C equal to A plus B formula. Okay, I am taking C equal to A plus B formula. I am taking. So here I am giving the description. You can give any description here. There is no restriction. And here type of screens are coming. Okay, normal screen, sub screen, and model dialog box. Okay, and selection screen. So we will discuss it later. Okay, types of screens are there. We will discuss it later. As of now, I am selecting normal screen only. By default, normal screen will select here. Okay. Now click on save button. Screen is coming here. Okay, when if you click on the save button, automatically screen is coming on, folder is coming here. If you expand this one, 1 2 3 4 screen number will come. Okay, so this is not activated. You can see the color here, 1 2 3 4, it is coming in the blue color. Okay, means it is not activated yet. If it is activated, it will come in the black colors. Okay, the letters will come in the black color. Now I have to design the screen, right? Screen created. Okay, screen created, but I have to design the screen here. How can we design the screen? Click on layout here. Layout is there. So layout is used for designing the screen. It will take some time. Okay, it's open now. So this is the screen. Okay, now I will expand this one. Here I have to add A and B. Okay, A and B, and see the output here. So so if you are seeing something buttons in the left side, right? So here you just select the third one is the input or output field here. Okay, input or output field, just click on that one and drag and drop here. Okay, drag and drop, something is coming here. Okay, now I will allocate some name for this one. Okay, I will allocate something name for this one. Here I'm giving something LV underscore A. Okay, LV underscore A I am giving, and the length is I am giving something 5. Okay, so 5 digits length will come here in this one. Okay, what I'm doing, just I'm giving the name and I'm giving something length here. This is the LV underscore A. Fine. Now I will go for one more thing. I'm clicking one more time on the input or output field only. Okay, and here I'm giving one more thing for B. Okay, so LV underscore B, LV underscore B, and the length is 5 only. Click an enter button. Once you click an enter button, the color, the pink color is coming here, right? It will change to white color because we are applying something name for this one. Okay. Click an enter button. See, it is changing to white here. Fine. And C also I have to take for the same thing only. Okay, just click on input or output field here. Okay, so something field I have assigned here. Double click on that one, and here LV underscore C, local variable C, length is the 5. Click on enter button. So it is coming like this. Okay, it is coming like this. So this is the input value. Okay, input value. I will go to our screen, SAP screen. Here something screen is coming here, right? So something input screen is coming. Okay, so I can enter something data here, and here also I can enter something data here. Okay, so the something box are coming here, right? So these box I have designed. Okay, these box I have designed here. So these are the boxes. Okay, boxes I have designed, but I want to display now this something text is coming here, right? For understanding purpose, what is this box? Which data I have to pass here? Okay, what type of data I have to pass here? The text I have to give here, right? So something text is coming s underscore EBELN PO number, like that. I have to give something text here for understanding purpose, right? So I will take here something text field here. Before that one, text field is there. Okay, text field for displaying purpose. Okay, but this one is for we are giving something input or we are getting something output. Okay, input or output field is there. Okay, I can give something input here and I can get output also. Okay, so for the text field I'm selecting the T symbol here. Okay, and just drag and drop here. What's the variable here? Local variable A, right? This is the A here. Click on enter button, or fine, I'm giving A only here. Okay, so this A I will little bit. Okay, I'm keeping like this, and this is the B, right? So I am clicking on the text field here, and B I am taking. Double click on this one. B I have to take here. B is coming. Okay, and this is a C here, right? So click on the text field here one more time. This is the C field. So I'm giving something name and text at the C here. Click on enter button. Okay, A, B, C, 3 fields I'm taking here. Okay, 3 fields I'm taking here. Here what I will give? I will give A equal to 10 and B equal to 20, like that I will give. Okay, A equal to 10 and B equal to 20 I will give. I want to get know the output. What is the output for C here? See output that it will calculate and it will display something output here. Okay, now I have to add something button. Okay, add. Okay, I have to give something button add. So if you want to add something buttons, okay, if you want to add something buttons, then here something push button is there. Okay, push button is there. Just click on that button and drag and drop here. Okay, this is for add. So how it will work in our reports? I have given something download button, right? I have given something download button. So if I click on the download button, so technical name, I want to get know the technical name. The system variable spy-ucom will be there. Okay, the technical name spy-ucom will be there. So it will capture the technical name for that one, right? So here also add is there. Add is one button here. Okay, if I click on that button, some technical name I have to give. Okay, so that something technical name here. FCT code is coming. Okay, functional code. Okay, here I will give add only. Otherwise, okay, the name is addition here. Okay, and the functional code is add here. Okay, FCT code is the add. Okay, so if you click on this button, okay, if you click on this button, automatically system will contain the name add. Okay, system variable spy-ucom is there. Okay, spy-ucom will contain the technical name or the functional code is the add here. Okay, and I want to give one more button back. Okay, I want to give one more button back. Here back I am taking, and here also I am taking back, and the function code also back. Okay, same name I am taking here back. Click on enter button. Okay, this is the screen now. Okay, this is the screen. Now I want to add some border for this one. Okay, I want to add some border for this one. How to apply the one? Here box something will come. The box is coming here. Okay, just click on that box and I will drag and drop the box here like this. Okay, so in our programming, so we will give the selection screen. Okay, selection screen also means we have to give something border for the input screen. Here it is coming like this. Okay, here it is coming like this, but I will give something border here like this. Okay, and the border I will give something PO details like that I will give, right? So in the same way here also I want to give something name. This is the I'm doing just testing like that. Program I'm giving like that. Okay, testing program. Fine. Now click on save button here. Okay, click on save button. Now click on flow logic here. Okay, I want to go back here. Otherwise, click on back also. Okay, so we will get the normal screen here. Okay, I have created the, I have designed the screen here. Okay, I have designed the screen. Fine. Next step. Step 3. The step 3. So whatever you have declared, okay, whatever you have the layout tab, you are giving something fields here, right? Input output fields you are giving. What is the name? LB underscore A. What is the length? Length is 5 here. Okay, length is 5. And one more thing, LB underscore B, and one more thing, LB underscore C. Okay, you are giving 3 variables here. Okay, LVA, LVB, LVC. 3 variables we are taking here, and you are taking something text fields. Okay, so this is for displaying purpose, right? This is for displaying purpose only. Okay, so we should not consider this one. So how many fields we are taking here? Okay, how many input and output fields we are taking here? Okay, so same fields we have to declare in our program also. Okay, so where is our program? Just double click on this program, and here I am declaring the fields data LV underscore A, type char 5, character 5. Okay, and LV underscore B, type char 5, LV underscore C, type char 5. Okay, so we have to declare the fields. Maintain equal declarations. simple declarations in main program. Okay, so in the screen, I am declaring 3 input and output fields: LB underscore A, LB underscore B, and LB underscore C. Same variables I am declaring in our program. Fine. So this is mandatory thing. And fine. Now one more time, click on save button. So here screen is coming here, right? Double click on the screen number here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So automatically we will go here. Okay. In the attributes tab, you can see here the description for that screen. I mean, what is the description for that one and which type of screen it is, normal screen or sub screen or model dialog box. So which type of screen it is. Okay. And if I click on layout button here, so you can see the designing. Okay, we can see the designing here. Fine. Click on back button. Okay, and here we can see some more tabs also, element list and flow logic, like that. Right. So element list is coming. Click on that button. So in this element list, okay, in this element list, whatever you have designed in our screen, okay, so those all things will come here. Okay, for example, testing, you are giving something on box. Okay, so for that box you are giving the name testing. Okay, the type is box here and this is the testing. Okay, and you are giving something A is a text field here. Okay, text field here, so the type is text here. Okay, and you are taking LV underscore A. Okay, this is the input or output parameter. Okay, so IO is coming here, input or output. Okay, so whatever you are drag and dropping the screen, each and everything will come in the element list here. Okay, you are applying something, buttons, push buttons, add and back. Okay, so these two are coming here. Okay, now flow logic. Okay, flow logic. So here it is showing something PBO, process before output, and process after input. Okay, so we have some events. Okay, we have some events in the reports concepts like start of selection, end of selection, top of page, end of page. Like there's some events are there, right? In module pool also we have 4 events. Okay, we have 4 events. Events in MPP, module pool programming, and here PBO, process before output, and PAI, process after input, POV, process on value, POH. Okay, so 4 events are there. Okay, PBO, PAI, POV, POH. Okay, 4 events are there in multiple programming. So what's the PBO here? Process before output. Okay, process before output. See, I am displaying something screen here, right? Okay, I am displaying something screen here, right? So this is the screen. This is a screen, and here if I want to apply some default values, okay, if I execute the program, okay, if I execute the program, at that time by default I want to display A equal to 10, like that I want to display. Okay, so in this case we have to go for PBO. Okay, PBO, if you want to display any default values. Okay, if you want to display any default values, if you want to give any default values to the screen, then it will trigger here. Okay, if you want to give any default values, then PBO will trigger here. Fine. Now PAI, when it will trigger. Here I am giving something input, A equal to 10, B equal to 20, I am giving here, and C equal to something value is coming. Okay, and here I am clicking on addition button. Okay, if I click on addition button, at that time C equal to A plus B formula should execute here. Okay, if I click on addition button, C equal to A plus B formula should execute here. So I'm clicking on that button. Okay, I'm clicking on that button. So at that time, PAI event will trigger. Okay, if you click any button, then it will trigger. Something button you are clicking. Okay, something button you are clicking, addition or clicking on back button or clicking on enter button also. Okay, so something screen is coming, you are doing something operation here, you are clicking on enter button or you are clicking on something keyboard, any keys, or you are clicking on any particular buttons, menu buttons, so whatever it is. Okay, at that time PAI event will trigger. Okay, PAI event will trigger. Fine. Now POV. Okay, if you want to give any F4 help, okay, so something button is coming here. Okay, something button is coming. For example, just assume this is the bookers, BUKRS company code. Okay, so I want to apply the search help for this one, F4 help for this one. Okay, so at that time we have to go for at selection screen on value request. Okay, at selection screen on value request. So F4 help. If you click on F4 button, then we can provide a list of possible values. Okay, so that is the F4 help and on help request. So this is for F1. What's the F1 here? Slash n. Something screen is coming here. Okay, something screen is coming. I want to provide something data here, but I don't know what data I have to provide here. Okay, I want to give something provide. I want to give something provide data here, but I don't know what type of data I have to provide here. At that time, I will click on F1 button. Okay, F1 button. So here it will display the something. Where is it? Okay, it is displaying something documentation for this one. Okay, so this is the sales document number. Okay, this is the sales document number and what is the use of that one and some examples. Okay, and if you click on technical buttons, then you can get into the technical information here. Okay, technical information from which table you are declaring this one, what is the field, what is the data element, what is the description. So you will get the detailed technical information here, right? So this is possible through the documentation is coming here, right? So this is possible through F1 help. Okay, if you click on F1 button, then something documentation is coming, right? So that is a F1 help here. This is F1 help. Okay, so 4 events are there. Okay, PBO, PAI, POV, POH. Okay, PBO means process before output. If you want to apply any default values to the screen, then we will go for PBO. Okay, and PAI, whenever we are clicking on any button, okay, or something keyboard buttons, whatever it is, okay, then it will trigger the PAI. If you want to give any F4 help button, then that is possible through POV. Okay, and if you want to give any F1 help document button, sorry, if you want to give any documentation for the any input field, then that is possible through POH. Okay, 4 events are there. And coming to our program, okay, and here attributes, so which type of screen it is and the description when it is created, this type of information you will get, and element list is there. So element list means, so whatever the fields we are taking in the screen, okay, input screen, output screen, or push buttons, or something text field, or something box, whatever it is. Okay, so those all things will come in the element list. And coming to the flow logic, here events will come here. Okay, events, we have to apply the events here, PBO, PAI. Okay, so here step 4 is maintain PPO or PAI or POH or POV. Okay, so we have to apply the events here. Okay, we have to apply the events. We have to maintain the code in the events. Okay, by default, two events are coming here. PBO, process before output, and PAI, process after input is coming here. Okay, and remaining two events also is there. So if you want to use, so you can use here like this. Process on value request. Okay, so this is the event here. So if you want to use one more event, process on help request. Okay, so this is the way to apply the events here. Fine, but I don't want to use this one now as of now. Okay, we will use it later, but now I'm not using these things. Fine. So in the now my requirement is I'm providing something inputs here. Okay, A and B I'm giving here, and I'm clicking on addition button. If I click on addition button, I want to display the output in the C, right? So I'm clicking on addition button. Okay, clicking on addition button means which event will trigger here? PAI event will trigger because I'm clicking on something button, right? So PAI event will trigger. Now I have to write the code here, right? C equal to LV underscore C equal to LV underscore A plus LV underscore B, right? But I'm clicking on save button and check it. So it is showing something error here. Statement LVC is not defined. Check your spelling. Okay, so what is happening here? So if you write the code directly, okay, if you write the code directly in the after PAI, okay, so in normal program we can write like that only. Okay, for example, I will take initialization. Okay, after the client I can write the code here. Initialization coding I will write, and start of selection I will take, and the next line only I can write the code. Okay, so I can write the code after that event only, but here it is not possible. Okay, it is not possible. If you want to write something code here, okay, if you want to write something code, ABAP code, then just cut it